everybody, welcome back to CCSabers. Normally I would wave at you guys, but my hands are kind of full. We're gonna go everything that will be in your box here quickly, and then I'm going to tell you what saber that we have here today. So you have your two blades, you have your display stand, you have your charger and hex key screw. You also have another set of screws and hex keys. You have multiple sets actually, but I just pulled one out to show you. And then you also have your USB to modify your saber. You have your manual here, and you have two blade plugs. We have the Qimir saber today. It's just so cool. It's like when you first look at it, you're like, is that a metal pipe? No, it's not. It's a really cool saber. But we're gonna take a closer look at the saber in detail because I've seen this before, but I'm just really excited to explain what the saber is all about for you guys. So now that we have just the saber by itself, we're gonna just take a closer look at it. It has this blue line all the way on the Qimir going around, giving it kind of like a heat form from the light coming from it. But as we move it around, there isn't really, according to most people's standards of sabers, there isn't really a lot going on except for the button here and the belt wheel clamp and the D-ring here. So, which I think is like a really cool feature. You can hang it by the wheel here or the D-ring. But when we take it apart, all you gotta do is twist and pull it. It becomes two. I think it's probably one of the coolest sabers to have in your collection because it can split like this. But it's just easier to hold. I personally think so. But yeah, we have our first button here, which you can see coming from the Qimir. And then you're probably wondering, how do you turn the other one on? There is a button. I'm gonna turn this one off to show you guys. But in the middle of the clamp is a button. And all you gotta do is to hit that to turn on, which you can see there in the emitter part here. Be aware it is quite loud. But I just think it's a really cool piece. And all you gotta do is just line it up and twist to put it back together. I'm gonna show that one more time. There's going to be two sets of kind of like these divots on either side. So you see the square one is going to be the one that locks, that you put these two pins in first. So you put them through the square one and push and then twist. Once you twist, it is locked in and now it's back to the full length of the saber. But I just think it's so cool. We're gonna open up at the chassis. I'm gonna tell you how to get to it via the second one, because the first one is kind of hard to get at, but you'll get the idea once you see the bottom one here. But let's take a closer look at it. After that, I'm going to put some blades in, and then we're gonna show you the features and just test the saber out a little bit. So yeah, let's take a look. So now that I've removed the second mirror / hilt itself, I'm going to just remove the pommel like so. It's just very easy. All you gotta do is twist it off. And once it is off, you will see, I'm gonna make sure it doesn't fall because there have been multiple times where it's fallen. But you'll see the speaker here. And all you gotta do is just tilt out, because on one side here, there's going to be a little notch. I'm putting it at a little angle that you can see it out. So there's that little notch there. That's gonna help you line it back up when you're putting it back in. But you have your Xeno Profi board here. So you have your Xeno Profi board with the chip in it. All you gotta do is take that out, and that's how you customize it. You have the pins here for when you put in your blade. And then this one has a really tiny battery. This battery up here is different, if I remember correctly, and same with this chassis. Ooh, it just fell, but we're gonna ignore that. We're just gonna move this to the side. But yeah, we have this really tiny chassis here, and I personally like it because, like, look how cute it is. It's like almost the size of my hand fully. But as we continue moving around, you're like, where's the button for this one? It's going to be here on the side, right where the belt wheel clamp is. So it's like when you put it back in, it should perfectly align. But just moving this around, it's just a really cool design. I personally like this one over like the ones that have like a gold coating or a brass coating over it. But we also have our battery charger or port here. So this is actually really important. I recommend not taking your battery out and just put the little Type-C charger on here and charging it that way. It's just very easy. So I'm going to show you how to put it back in. So we see this notch here. You will also see another notch on the side here. So you see that little divot into the threading here. That's where you're going to align this chassis. So you're going to line it up and it should fit in. So now it's fitted in. We're going to take our pommel and just tighten it like so. And it'll take a second, but boom, there we go. And then all we gotta do is just hit the center button, and now it's on. There we go. Sorry about me flinching there, but it was super loud. But that is the chassis for this one. I'm sorry, we tried to do this in another video with this. It was so hard to take it out. So if you know how to take it out, please just let us know in the comments and help each other out, because helping each other out is what we do here on this channel. But other than that, that is the chassis, and it's pretty much the same with the other Xeno board, and it just looks very similar. But that is the chassis for this one. I'm gonna put some blades in quickly. We're gonna jump to when the blades are in, and then I'm going to show you the features and how it works and how it feels in my hand. So we are back, and I put the blades in. All you gotta do is just find the hex screws. So it's going to be on the front for this one and on for this one. So the reason why this one has a shorter blade, it's because it's kind of more used like a dagger. And while doing some research for this, I know some people don't like this saber because it's kind of like a cheap cop-out way of dueling, but I personally like it, so you can come at me at the comments. But it's just really cool. It has like smooth swing, and like same with this one, but it's like quite heavier, so like I'm not gonna do it this one as often. There's clash you can see on the smaller one, and then also blast deflection, which is on both, which I just think is like a really cool, unique twist. And there's also motion control, which is really fun. And then I'm going to show the rest on this one, but you can change the color while it's on. So like if you hold for a second, and then it just starts going through the colors. And we're just gonna wait for a second to, I want like a teal color. We just missed it. But now we have a light blue. But I just think it's like really cool to do that in case you're like, I just want to change it. But say you want to change like the ignition style or the blade style, we're going to start with the blade. So we're going to hold for like a second. One. Unstable. So now we have an unstable blade. I'm sorry, should have given it an epilepsy warning, but I don't make these, so please don't come at me. Even though I just told you guys to come at me because I like this saber. Anyways, so now we have our flash blade. We're gonna change the ignition style, holding it for like a second and a half. So like 1/2. Rainbow blade. Well, that's the preset, so we're gonna change it. And we changed the blade style, but like you could change like the presets as a whole. So like you do 2 seconds if I remember, or you wait till you hear something. There you go. So we just changed it so like you can hear the smooth swings now different. And now the blast is different. The clash is different. There's also lockup, which I forgot to mention. But like if you just went on and you hit it, there's the lockup. There's also the lockup, and it's just so cool. And then you change the ignition style. Like hold for like a second. Unstable. Nope. Rainbow blade. Nope. But there is an ignition style, but like I personally just love this saber as a whole. So you can change the ignition style, blade style, and preset. There's also just so many cool things about this saber that I love. And it's just so cool to just pull this out when dueling. I personally like it because, again, you can attach it and detach it. But just for cosplay, this is like a really cool one to have. But if you want one, if I could turn it off. If you want one, check out our website down in the description down below to get one of these, because I'm after this video, I'm gonna go get one myself. But it's just so cool. Check out our website for one of these, and don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, because it helps us out on the channel. And let us know if there isn't a video up on our channel that you want to see on one of our sabers. Let us know, and yeah, I'll see you guys in another video. Bye bye.